You got the roll?
Call to
Chris?
order at 4:03 p.m. James Blank,
Here.
Beckman,
Yep.
and Miller.
Here.
All right. Approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda of the December 6th appeals meeting.
Second.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Aye. Okay, we don't have any minutes, we don't have any unfinished business, new business. I make a motion that we make Aaron the chair of this committee again, and Eric the vice mayor.
I'll support.
Second.
Yes. All right, all those in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Okay, Aaron, you're now in charge.
Okay, so the next meeting is schedule a hearing for the North Shores of Saugatuck LLC appeal. And I think as part of that, probably set a deadline for when their materials are due.
Right, yeah. Okay, I had a discussion this morning with Jeff Sluggett. He said there's no rush for this.
I'm not sure I am.
Oh, God, I don't understand. So,
No rush based on
the appeals, and we want to make sure that everybody has time to prepare. So, I would make a motion that we make January 27th the hearing. That's the Monday after our board.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the Monday after our board meeting. And possibly have it be at 3 o'clock rather than 4, because I have a board meeting that night. I don't know how long this will go.
Wouldn't our board meeting be on the 13th?
No, not, it's the third Monday.
Oh, it's the third Monday.
My question is, I guess to try to understand this all, North Shore, I'm assuming, is looking for a building permit, is that right, Chris?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming Greg denied it based on...
Greg and Chris do.
It wasn't denied, it's just we asked for the water supply and the plan review, and then they appealed. So, and we actually had met on site with the developer, and most of the stuff that was in the plan review was his suggestion, so.
Okay, what my feeling is, I don't know, are we prolonging this too long, or?
Well,
out of
I'd rather
courtesy
get it
to
done
everyone,
earlier.
out of courtesy to everyone involved? I don't know.
I'd want to have materials a week before.
right, so
So
on
then
the
to me-
20th.
And then to me, it's just a matter of how much time do both parties need to put together materials.
Well, Greg asked for this much time.
Yeah, with the holiday coming up and everything else, and we're already still playing catch up as it is from other projects, and with the lakeshore erosion and storm damage, if we could push it out after Christmas, that would definitely be helpful for us.
Well, I think it's important that we push it out after the
Or after the
holiday.
first of the year at that point, I
Yeah.
guess.
I'm just wondering, do we need to wait so long into January to do it? I'm just throwing it out there.
Could it be the 13th with materials due on the 6th?
But that's not very long after the holidays. That only gives you 6 days after the holidays.
Yeah,
We're
but
at
I'm
the school on the 13th.
I guess my point of this is obviously what material needs to be, I mean, how much time would the fire department need?
I guess probably a good, with all the other projects that we still have to maintain and emergency response, I'd say a solid couple, 2-3 weeks to put a good presentation together would be helpful. And not including the 2 weeks of the holiday where nobody's here.
Right.
So you're saying that...
I would say like at the earliest the week of the 5th, like, or the 15th or something like that, and then you run into the board meeting the following week. So whatever works for you guys. We'll get it done whenever we have to, even if we're here on weekends or something to finish it. So.
I don't like putting them under this kind
No.
of pressure.
I'm fine with it. That's, I just don't want to drag things out too long.
Agreed. But the holidays do make it tough.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the middle. So I I'm okay with the 27th with materials due on January 20th.
So that was the second to her motion.
Yes, did you make an actual motion?
I did.
Second. Any discussion? Any more discussion? Alright, so, do we need a roll call on that? Probably not.
No, just all of you need to approve it, I guess, or did Eric approve it? I didn't, wasn't in.
Oh, so, well, we should vote.
Yeah,
So, all those in favor of scheduling the hearing on January 27th? Should we set a time?
you said 3 p.m., or the motion was 3 p.m.
3 p.m.?
To earlier.
Is that all right with you guys?
Yeah, I can do that. Mondays and Fridays I can usually work.
How about you?
I guess
Yep.
up there.
So 3 p.m., January 27th, with materials due by 5 p.m., January 20th. Who do they submit materials to?
Whoever wants to.
Me?
Yeah.
Or should it go to a neutral site like since it went through the township? Should it go to Griffin?
I think we sent them to the chair last time.
I think
Okay.
probably me.
Okay.
And then you can disperse them. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, you want me to reread the motion before you vote?
Sure.
Okay. All right, so motion by Verplank, second by Miller to make the hearing January 27th at 3 p.m. with materials due by 5 p.m. on the 20th to the chairperson.
Sounds good. All those in favor?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
All right, where's that?
Public comments, limit of 3 minutes. Anyone who wants to speak for public comments?
Hello, I'm Carl Gabriels on behalf of North Shores of Saugatuck LLC. Two comments, I guess, that I would make is, one, it's up to you guys to obviously schedule the hearing. I would have thought you would have complied with the ordinance that says the hearing's within 30 days of when the application is filed. This 27th is clearly outside of 30 days from when the application is filed. So I guess I'm just bringing that up to your attention. The other is I am, under the ordinance, it indicates that the Board of Appeals shall adopt rules of procedure. I'm told by your attorney that you have adopted rules of procedure. I contacted your attorney back on the 27th, and then the fire district, Chief Janik and Deputy Chief Mantles on the 2nd and the 3rd, and haven't received any response back. We're one of the participants in the hearing, and no one will even give us the courtesy of the rules that we're going to be playing by. So, I would ask that, if possible, I can even have a copy of those before I leave today. That should not be out of the question. I think that's fairly reasonable. Thank you.
Yep.
Do we have those rules available?
Yeah, I can answer both of those questions. It says right in the public hearing notice that they need to call the station to ask for those rules, and so far to my knowledge that never happened. And they are available on our website, and a quick Google search does populate them, so they are available to the public all the time and have been since they were adopted, to my knowledge. So you're welcome to get them off our website if you'd like. Otherwise, I think there's a fee for making copies, so that was the reason we weren't providing them at this point. So.
That's fine, and that's good to know.
Yeah.
An email would have been great.
Yeah.
You could have wrote that in 10 seconds.
Well, we have the same rules of procedure as the last time you were here.
Yeah.
No, they were adopted afterwards. We did not have any, you did not have any rules of procedure the last time we were here, because the board had just been formed.
Yeah, and they were adopted actually at that meeting, right before the actual hearing, on the 18th of September 2018, I believe it would be.
I think we needed the rules before we could.
Yeah, we
proceed.
couldn't proceed without rules, so,
It's,
but we would be glad to give you the rules.
I guess one of the concerns I have, well, I guess I don't know if I'm able to talk, but, I mean, if we're not following or, you know, within the 30-day limit, then we need to reconsider that also.
Yeah, can we pull it up in the rules?
Working on it.
The board of, also a couple questions I have, maybe Chris you can answer, but, you know, from the email about the Board of Appeals must be filed on our form or letterhead per approved minutes of September 17. I mean, I think that's nitpicking, but
Yeah.
if that's the case.
And I don't think we have the $400 yet either, do we?
No.
Yeah.
I'll read you this section right from the township's ordinance. It says, 108.4 meetings, the board shall meet at regular intervals to be determined by the chairperson. In any event, the board shall meet within 30 days after notice of appeal has been received, which we have met, I believe, by meeting right now,
Right,
in my opinion.
yep,
So,
Wait,
and that's what our attorney said as well.
wasn't it to, the Board of Appeals must meet within 10 business days?
that's the city's version. The township's is 30 days when they readopted the code in August, I believe it was. Is that when the IFC was approved? It was August or July of this year. So somehow they're not exactly the same anymore when they were readopted. And I think the 10-day versus 30-day is the only difference, but they both mirror the same thing. You only have to meet. It doesn't say you have to schedule the hearing.
Right, exactly.
So just for clarification for the record, because I assume this is going to end up in circuit court, you're interpreting that rule to mean that you can meet within the 30 days and schedule the hearing for any time after that? 12 months, 2 years, anything? Okay.
The rules aren't more specific than that.
No, they're not.
Okay, any other Board of Appeal member comments?
I guess my question is, that is according to the IFC that we just discussed, the 30 days?
That's directly from the township's adopted IFC ordinance, which is where it spells out that every jurisdiction adopted the Board of Appeals slightly differently than it is in the IFC because we're a district and not working directly for the municipality. So but they all have a mirrored Board of Appeals ordinance, yes.
Okay.
Or as adopted by ordinance, I'm sorry.
And somebody also mentioned they weren't sure if the $400 had been paid.
We got a copy of it.
Yeah, I think
It has been paid
we
to
saw
us.
the receipt to the township, but it comes to the fire district, so that's the.
Any other comments? Okay. That we are adjourned.
Awesome.